Hello students, welcome to science class. I hope you all are fit and fine. So in this video today I am going to explain textbook exercise of lesson number 10 respiration in organism, and I am going to give you a quick recap of this lesson. So let's begin. First, respiration releases energy from food. As I told you, when we respire, we take in oxygen and take out carbon dioxide. So this oxygen reaches to all parts of our body. Now whatever food we eat, this food, or we can say glucose, will break down with the help of oxygen and energy will release, and this energy we will use to do many things, many activities, daily activities and many things. Second, the oxygen that we inhale breaks down glucose into carbon dioxide and water. This releases the energy. So when we eat food, this food will turn into glucose, and now this glucose break down with the help of oxygen which we respire, and when glucose breaks down, it releases carbon dioxide, water and energy. Now this energy we will use for doing many activities, daily activities and all. Now carbon dioxide, which again we exhale from the body. Aerobic respiration uses oxygen to break down the food, and anaerobic respiration does not use oxygen. So again, two types of respiration are there. One, aerobic respiration, and second, anaerobic respiration. So in aerobic respiration, oxygen is used to break down the food, and in aerobic respiration, oxygen does not use for break down the food. Now breathing is a process of respiration during which oxygen is inhaled and carbon dioxide is exhaled. Now breathing is a process of respiration. We can say breathing is a physical process of respiration, and during breathing what we oxygen inhaled and carbon dioxide is exhaled. Now human and animals use lung as the respiratory organ. Earthworm breathes through its skin and fish uses its gills. You know that humans and other animals, they use their lungs as the respiratory organ. So air which we inhale, it reaches from nasal cavity through this trachea or windpipe, it reaches to the lungs. It means humans and animals use their lungs as the respiratory organ, while earthworm breathes through its skin. Earthworm breathes through its moist skin, and fish uses its gills. You know that fish live in water, so fish breathe dissolved oxygen from the water. So fish uses its gills for respiration. Now respiration can be measured using a device called respirometer. Increases physical activity, enhance the rate of breathing. And as you notice, sometime during physical exercise or physical activity like running, fast running and many physical exercise, during this exercise or physical activity, our breathing rate will increase, because that time more oxygen needed to our body, so breathing rate also will increase. In animals like cow, dog and cat, the process of breathing and respiratory organs are similar to those in humans. So in animals like cow, dog and cat, in these animals also the process of breathing and respiratory organs are similar. Respiratory organs like nose, nasal cavity, windpipe, lungs, and all these all organs are same like humans, and their respiratory respiration and breathing, everything is similar to those in animals, in humans. So now we are starting the textbook exercise. Question number 1. Why does an athlete breathe faster and deeper than usual after finishing the race? So might be you have noticed that one thing, when athlete it means runners and other that athlete, if they breathe faster and faster, deeper, long breaths, deep breaths after finishing the race. Why? Because during running the athlete use up lot of energy. It means as I told you, during physical exercise or fast running, we need more and more oxygen. So for that we need more oxygen. That's why we breathe faster and deeper. So during running, athlete also use up lot of energy. So he or she, whatever, needs more and more oxygen to get more energy. Because to get more energy, they need oxygen to break down the glucose, then only energy will release. So they need more oxygen to get more energy by oxidation of glucose. To meet this oxygen, athlete breathe faster after finishing the race. Means during running the athlete spends a lot of energy. It means they do lot of physical exercise. That's why they spend a lot of energy. So they breathe faster to make up the loss in that energy. Now question number 2. List the similarities and differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So here you have to write some similarities and differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So first we'll write similarities. So in both aerobic and aerobic and anaerobic respiration, energy is released in both. Last, energy is released, and second is carbon dioxide is produced. These two are similarities between both aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Energy is released and second, carbon dioxide is produced. Now differences. So anaerobic nutrition take place in absence of oxygen, but aerobic respiration needs oxygen. It means anaerobic respiration needs no oxygen. It means anaerobic respiration take place in absence of oxygen, without the oxygen. It means anaerobic respiration needs no oxygen, while aerobic respiration occurs in the presence of oxygen. And aerobic respiration needs oxygen. And second difference is glucose is completely break down in aerobic respiration, while in anaerobic respiration incomplete oxidation occurs. Means glucose is completely break down in aerobic respiration. In last product is glucose breakdown, and energy, water and carbon dioxide is released. And in aerobic respiration, glucose is completely break down, but in the energy. It means glucose is completely break down in aerobic respiration, while anaerobic respiration incomplete oxidation occurs. Next is, why do we often sneeze when we inhale a lot of dust laden air? It means when in air much amount of dust particles are there, and this type of, when we inhale this type of air, so we often sneeze. Why this happen? Because the air around us carries various types of unwanted particles. You know that air around us many type of unwanted particles are there in air, such as some dust particles are there, some smoke, then pollen grain also there. So when we inhale this type of air, So the particles gets caught in the hair present in our nasal cavity. As you know that in our nasal cavity some hair are there. So these particles get caught by this hair present in our nasal cavity. So sometimes what happen, these particles can get past the hair in the nasal cavity, then they irritate the lining of the cavity. So because of that they irritate the lining of our nasal cavity, so we start sneezing. So that drives out the foreign particles from the inhaled air and thus free clean air enters in our body. It means that dust particles which enter in our body, so when we sneeze, these dust particles will drives out and only dust free and clean air will enter in our body. So the air around us has various type of unwanted particles such as smoke, dust, pollen, etc. So when we inhale, the particles get trapped in the hair present in our nasal cavity. Sometimes these particles enter the nasal cavity and create irritation that leads to sneezing. Now question number 4. Take 3 test tubes, fill 3/4 of each with water, label them A, B and C. Keep a snail in the test tube A, then a water plant in test tube B and C. Keep snail and plant both. Which test tube would have the highest concentration of CO2? CO2 means carbon dioxide. So all 3 test tubes filled by the water. Now 3 are there, A, B and C. In first we keep one snail which is a living thing, living organism. Water plant in second test tube B, water plant that is also a living, and in C snail and plant both. So which test tube would have the highest amount of carbon dioxide? Yes, in first only snail is there. So snail is there. When snail breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. In second only water plant is there. Water plant also when inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. And in third, in C test tube both are there, snail and water plant. It means double amount of carbon dioxide exhaled by both. So it is very obvious that in test tube C highest concentration of CO2 is there. So answer is test tube C. Now question number 5. Now take the correct answer. First, in cockroaches, air enters the body through. So as I explained, in cockroaches, air enters in the body through spiracles. Second, during heavy exercise, we get cramps in the legs due to the accumulation of lactic acid. Now third, normal range of breathing rate per minute in average adult person at rest is. It is very important. Normal range of breathing rate per minute in an average adult person at rest is 15 to 18 times. During exhalation the ribs. Here again 4 options are given, but correct option is move downwards. Now question number 6. Match the items in column 1 with those in column 2. So first, yeast. With yeast we match alcohol. Second, diaphragm. With diaphragm we will match chest cavity. Diaphragm is present. It makes the floor of the chest cavity. So we pair diaphragm with chest cavity. Third is skin. Here will match with earthworm first, because earthworm breathe with its skin. Next is leaves. So leaves we match with stomata. Stomata is present in leaves for exchange of gases. Next is fish. We pair fish with gills. So fish breathe with gills. Then last is frog, and frog we pair frog with lungs and skin, because frog can breathe with lungs and skin both. Now question number 7. Mark T or true if the statement is true and F if statement is false. First, during heavy exercise, the breathing rate of a person slows down. So it is totally wrong, because you know that during heavy exercise, breathing rate of a person will increase only. No, so this statement is false. Second, plants carry out photosynthesis only during the day and respiration only at night. So that is also not possible, because throughout day and night, both time, living organism need respiration. So plant carry out respiration both during day and during night, and photosynthesis during day only, because you know that sunlight present in a day. Now third, frogs breathe through their skin as well as their lungs. That statement is true, because frogs can breathe with lungs and skin both. So frogs breathe through their skins as well as their lungs. True. The fishes have lungs for respiration. That is also wrong. The fishes have gills for respiration, because fishes live in water. Fishes lives in water, so they breathe dissolved oxygen from the water. Now 5. The size of the chest cavity increases during inhalation. This statement is true. The size of the chest cavity increases during exhalation. Now question number 8. Given below is a square of letters in which are hidden different words related to respiration in organism. These words may be present in any direction, upwards, downwards, or along the diagonals. Find the words for your respiratory system. Clues about these words are given below the square. So here some sentences are given. So you have to set these sentences in the clues are given. See this. Here, rib. First is the air tubes of insect. That here we see tracheal tube or trachea. This way you can find from the grid. Now question number 9. The mountaineers carry oxygen with them because, again 4 options are given, because at an altitude of more than 5 km there is no air. The amount of air available to a person is less than that available on the ground. The temperature of air is higher than that on the ground. The pressure of air is higher than that on the ground. So which is correct? Correct is B. B option is correct. The amount of air available to a person is less than that available on the ground. So now here your textbook exercises is over. Now hopefully after that I will send you a PDF of lesson 10 respiration in organism. So from this PDF you can write in your CW. Now we'll meet you soon with the next lesson. Till then, complete your CW. We'll meet you soon. Thank you.